Millions of people globally have come to rely upon essential oils for their beneficial effects. Used consistently, essential oils support the healthy function of body systems and help maintain a state of homeostasis. Because of their popularity, many new companies have sought to capitalize on market trends and sell essential oils. Unfortunately, there is a myth that all essential oils are created equal, that the lavender you buy online or in your local grocery store is the same quality as doTERRA essential oils. But this couldn't be further from the truth. doTERRA isn't just the largest essential oil company in the world. doTERRA essential oils are the most tested and trusted brand of essential oils as well. Quite frankly, we aren't comparing apples to apples when we compare doTERRA to store-bought essential oils. No, when people compare doTERRA essential oils to other brands, we're often comparing apples to a durian. The problem is that the quality and purity of essential oil determines whether an essential oil provides beneficial responses in the body. And the majority of these upstart companies are poorly qualified to determine essential oil quality and purity. What is the answer to this problem of adulterated and poor quality essential oils flooding the market today? The answer is meticulous testing. Testing and purity go hand in hand, and purity is the most important characteristic of an essential oil, closely followed by composition. If an essential oil isn't pure, you run the risk of germs, heavy metals, or adulterants entering your body, which can provoke adverse reactions such as irritation and even sickness. doTERRA's industry-leading CPTG testing process involves a series of tests and meticulous protocols to ensure purity, potency, and consistency batch to batch. Combined with our unique sourcing model called co-impact sourcing, the CPTG process safeguards each bottle of doTERRA essential oils you use against added fillers, synthetic ingredients, and harmful contaminants. I think it's important to call out the co-impact sourcing process here. The quality and composition of an essential oil is dependent on intrinsic and extrinsic factors as the plant grows. A plant's essential oil composition continually adapts to the plant's internal and external environment. The plant creates essential oils as secondary metabolites when they are needed to defend the plant against predators or pathogens, aid tissue healing processes, attract pollinators, or participate in plant-to-plant communication. Our co-impact sourcing strategy gives us visibility at all aspects of the plant cycle, from seed selection to planting, cultivation to harvesting, and everything in between. Co-impact sourcing allows us to control for important factors that lead to quality and to partner with local experts to produce the highest quality essential oils in the world. Once the plant is harvested, care is taken to preserve plant integrity and essential oil quality until it is extracted from the botanical material. Distillation and extraction of aromatic molecules is both an art and a science, and doTERRA leverages years of experience and modern technologies and techniques to produce the best essential oils you can buy. In addition to ensuring purity, the CPTG process evaluates the chemical composition of essential oils to make sure that the ideal ratio of volatile organic compounds are present for maximum efficacy and reliable results. For example, we don't simply want to know that linalool and linaloyl acetate are present in lavender essential oil, but how much of each are present in the oil and what ratio in comparison to each other they are present within the oil. Determining this and comparing constituent amounts and ratios to an established standard helps confirm that you will get the intended results from using doTERRA lavender essential oil, or any other doTERRA oil for that matter. Chemistry is the foundation of pure, high-quality essential oils. The CPTG process doesn't use one single test. Rather, it leverages several tests layered one on top of another to identify its chemical composition, physical properties, and rule out impurities and adulterants in each essential oil versus a stringent standard. Of great importance is the database the essential oils are tested against. Quality and purity standards should be established from scientifically validated standards, pharmacopoeia standards, peer-reviewed research, publications, and a database created from the evaluation and testing of thousands of essential oil samples. Then, a qualified and experienced chemist must review the results. Recently, the National Center for Natural Products Research compared authentic lavender essential oil samples to commercial samples and concluded that from 25 to 90% of commercial lavender essential oil samples are adulterated, either with cheaper substitutes or the addition of synthetic chemicals. Similarly, a recent report by the American Botanical Council found that about half of 43 commercial tea tree essential oil samples tested in 3 analytical laboratories did not meet the chemical composition of authentic tea tree oil. With doTERRA, you don't need to worry about this. Our CPTG process ensures that you get pure, natural, and authentic essential oils in every bottle. You can use doTERRA essential oils with confidence and an understanding that your body will positively respond to their purity and potency.